Good morning. Today is Wednesday. I know some people refer to that as hump day. I came across this amazing article in this month's Mindfulness magazine. And the irony is that they had already decided to do a whole magazine on loving kindness, even before what was going on in the world. And they dedicated all of their pieces on kindness or loving kindness to helping the whole world on a global scale. There's a very famous meditation teacher called Sharon Salzberg, and there's quite a few articles this month by her. But the one that really resonated with me was a classic loving kindness meditation. And you'll hear the word metta or loving kindness used often in yoga, in massage, in Ayurvedic, in chakras. The loving kindness meditation can help you to awaken to how connected we all are. We talk about this a lot. You don't have to like everybody or agree with everything they do, but you can be open to the possibility of caring for them because our lives are connected. So the first stage, so get comfortable. You might want to sit down. It's just a few minutes of reading and maybe come into Shavasana. Usually you do your own Shavasana before we start our daily reading. But I thought this one sounded really beautiful considering the heightened tension globally, with so many layers of things going on right now, depending on what you follow in terms of the news or social media. Number one, begin by thinking about someone who has helped you. Maybe they've been directly generous or kind or have inspired you, though you've never even met them. And this is a big thing now with our friendships that we have online with all these amazing celebrities and authors and speakers and politicians. When you think of them, they make you smile. Bring an image of this person to your mind or feel their presence as if they are right in front of you. Say their name to yourself inside your head and silently offer these 3 phrases to them, focusing on one phrase at a time. May you live in safety. May you have mental happiness, peace, and joy. May you have physical happiness, health, freedom from pain. And may you live with ease. Don't struggle to think of a feeling or a sentiment. If your mind wanders, simply begin again. Safety, mental happiness, physical happiness, and live with ease. After a few moments, move on to someone you know more intimately, a friend. Start with a friend who's already doing well, and then slowly switch your mind to someone who is experiencing difficulty, loss, pain, or unhappiness. Once you visualize first the happy, okay person, and then the person who probably really needs your help, the next thought is loving kindness to a neutral person that you don't feel a strong liking for. Maybe somebody you have a dislike for, whether they're public or in your actual life. Maybe a cashier at the supermarket, a bank teller, a dry cleaner. When you offer loving kindness to this neutral person, you're offering simply to them because they existed. Not because you're indebted and not because you're challenged, just because we're still interconnected. And say again, may you live in safety. May you have mental happiness, peace, or joy. May you have physical happiness, health, and freedom from pain. And may you live with ease. And let that person go, maybe visualize them walking away. The next person is, it's very similar, loving kindness to someone who you have an extreme difficulty with. Start with someone mildly difficult. Let them go, and then maybe slowly move towards someone who's hurt you more grievously. It's common to feel resentment and anger, and it's important not to judge yourself for that, but rather recognize that anger burns within your heart and causes suffering. So the greatest compassion you can give to yourself is to let them go and offer them loving kindness. So think of this person who you have a really hard time letting go of and say to them silently in your head, may you live in safety. May you have mental happiness, peace, joy. May you have physical happiness, health, or freedom. and may you live with ease. Our final person that we're going to finish our meditation with is by offering loving kindness to someone, anyone who comes to mind. So maybe visualize all these people leaving your room, close the door, and who's the first person that's new out of this? Didn't you already think about them? That comes to mind. Think of a totally new person coming into your room. Maybe it's a person, maybe it's an animal, maybe it's someone you really like, or maybe it's someone you struggle with. In an adventurous expansion of your own power of kindness, we're going to come back to that phrase one more time. May you live in safety. May you have mental happiness, peace, and joy. May you have physical happiness, health, and freedom from pain. And may you live with ease. And staying in the same position you are when you started, watch that person in your mind's eye leave the room one more time. And come back to focusing on your breath, breathing in through the nose, maybe holding it to the count of 4, pausing it before you exhale to the count of 5 or 6, and pausing again before you begin your next breath round. Inhale to capacity, pause. Exhale to deflate, pause. Finding this rhythm or pattern, do 5 more breath rounds. You can close me out or I'll talk you through it. Inhale to count to 4, to capacity and pause. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, pause. Inhale 2, 3, 4, pause. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, pause. Exhale, inhale 2, 3, 4, pause. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, pause. Last round, inhale 2, 3, 4, pause. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and relax. You're going to continue breathing in your own pace. Very slowly. Actually, I'm going to join you on the mat. We'll do some floor work. I've had some good response to yesterday's class on hips. Maybe rock a little side to side with your knees to your chest and familiarize with yourself with your lower back. Or start to make circles, one direction and the other. And take your knees to the floor on the left, double leg spinal twist, right shoulder heavy. Stretch out the right arm. I'd like you to spread your nails on the right hand and press the nails back into the mat. Taking the back of the wrist, the forearm, and the bicep also to the mat. And what this is doing is opening our upper back. Flex your feet. So my feet are stacked, arches, knees, thighs, hips. And I want you to notice any tugging or resistance in your body. Help yourself come back to center. Keep those knees together and either circles or side to side little bow. Then we're going to take our knees to the floor on the right, double leg spinal twist, left shoulder heavy, arm extends, palms turned up. Notice the hesitation and notice the softening. So remember that contrast, surrender and resistance. Spreading the nails on your left hand, anchor them in the bones of that left arm. And then help yourself come back to center, circles or a little bow, one direction then the other. Let's make it into egg beaters. So hands are on opposite knees and we're swirling each thigh within the hip. Ankles are relaxed. Hands on your knees. Let the knees fall wide, but you're not forcing it. Close your eyes. I'm holding the kneecap. My ankles are dangling. Pressing the lower back, tailbone down into the floor. Feel the ribs, spine, shoulder girdle. Press into the floor. Lift your chin slightly to the ceiling and press the back of your head into the floor. So now we're in an aligned spine. We're going to find our natural edge here with wide legs. If you're looking for something exciting to do this weekend, the Kensington Market Flea Market is open again finally on Saturday and Sunday. I'm not sure if the pedestrian Sunday is open where they close the streets to cars, but with proper social distancing and a mask, I feel comfortable going back to this outdoor market. There's a lot of really amazing, innovative clothing, jewelry, art. That's where I buy tank tops and art. Lots of good food, live music, and it might feel nice to reconnect with some humans again. And then I'm also going on Sunday to, there's an outdoor market called El Mercado, I think, and it's at a restaurant, I think, not far west of there, called Barrio something, and they made this outdoor social distancing market so that people could still have the experience of a street market. It's open till late on weekends. I think it's like a night market, so you can eat all the street food, but it's also a chance to slowly see humans again, but in the safety of being outside and social distancing. So I'm excited that some positive things are starting to open up, and they also support small businesses. And then gently walk your hands down the legs, pull them in closer. So now we're in wide leg. And then release your feet in the air. So we're coming into upside down. We're in happy baby, and I might just keep the weight of my hands behind my thighs. Grabbing the blades of your feet, rocking side to side. Soles of the feet together, hands intertwined around the blades. I'm going to press my spine into the floor. And sometimes before my practice, just to add a level of almost like making a ritual out of it, I'll put a few drops of essential oils that I like. So for me, hugely love lavender, peppermint, or orange or lemongrass. And I might put a few drops under my nose so that in my mind, I'm in this special experience. It's not just like running errands. Feet to the mat, soles together, knees and arms wide open, recline cobbler, recline bound angle, and possibly arms into recline goddess. Noticing any hesitation in your lower back. Because we did a meditation on loving kindness, that's heart-centered, I think that we should continue with some poses that open up this part of the body. Some people call them back bends, some call them heart openers. If you know you're jammed in this area, you might want to get out a big medicine ball that you have and lie over it. You might roll up a blanket and put it down your spine like a bolster and lie over it like this. And continue to notice that dance in your body between surrender, relax, and tight hesitation or resistance. I'm going to close my knees, thighs to chest, little boat. This time I'm going to take my hands interlace on the right leg, flex the left leg, pressing hips and lower back down, and then very slowly, mindfully lowering the weight of that left leg. So I could choose to have this experience with flexed feet, that's going to engage the muscles, or I could point my toes to stretch the hip, or I could do both. Drawing right thigh in, keeping your shoulders squared off, and the base of your head pressing in the floor. We're compressing the belly, the digestive organs, the abdomen. Left hand takes right knee over, single leg spinal twist. Noticing the hesitation, I can feel that. I'm not going to push against my body's range of motion right now. Option to straighten your leg out, flexed. Option to try to grab your toe. Woo! And knees to center, little boat or circles. Once more, left leg in tight, right foot in the air, flex and lower slowly. Gently pressing the back of that right heel down, pulling left thigh in. The first variation I'm going to do is with my dynamic muscles. So flex feet, pull it in, pressing the right heel down. Option to point both feet, stretching out that right hip and quad. And maybe you go back and forth between the two variations. Finally, right hand takes left knee over, single leg spinal twist. Back to center. Oh, sorry, one more variation. Option to flex your foot or extend and grab your toe, revolved hand to toe. Feet are flexed, squeeze the inner thighs together. Bend your knee and back to center, little boat or circles. I'm gonna do one more happy baby. Wide legs, pause, knees towards armpits, hands down shins, coming in wide double leg wind relieving pose. Option to come into setup for happy baby. Hands behind the thighs, feet are flexed, stacked above the knees. Option to attempt to come into full happy baby. Stillness, or maybe rock from one knee over the other knee, uprighting yourself. And then one more time, back to center, feet together, bind. Gently nudging those feet towards your belly, knees press away. Let's take our feet in the air, start to point and flex. Roll out your ankles, fan your toes. Let's spend some real time here. 5 breath rounds and legs up the wall, without the wall. So I'm gonna leave my arms nice and wide. Excuse me. Lower back's pressing into the floor, feet are dangling or flexed. Chin slightly to the ceiling, so we want to create that arch in the back of the neck. One. Inhale. Exhale. 2. Third round. Fourth round. And 5th round. Let the legs fall wide. Check in with those inner thighs. Whoa, that's tight. So I'm going to give a little massage. Point and flex. And then close your legs. Let's roll onto our side. Curl up in a ball. Fetal position for 2 breaths. And then coming up to seated. Okay, heart openers. Before we go any further, let's do our 2-minute plank. You guys are doing a really good job. I'm hearing that you guys want to do this. If you're not interested, you're doing a dog, you're doing a 1-minute plank instead of a 2-minute plank. Excuse me, you're doing a half plank. So I'm going to come into tabletop. We'll do a little cat-cow. Inhale, cow. Slowly turn into cat. Inhale, cow. Slowly turn it into cat. Back and forth, spinal flexion and extension. And I'm going to come to neutral. Look down at your hands. Hands are on the shoulders, palms press into the floor. Step back, left foot, then right. Coming into high plank, let's start. Listen to your body. Where is the hesitation or not wanting to do this? So if I'm feeling weak in my wrists, I'm going to push the floor away and let my shoulders and biceps take over some of it. I might engage my glutes and my core if my back is starting to droop. Find your center of gravity here. Remember, if the shoulders are stacked, this becomes a lot more effortless. If you need a break, you're pressing into a high-heeled down dog and coming back in. My head is in line with my spine. I'm staring at the top of my mat. Pressing equally through finger pads, root knuckles. We're almost at 1 minute. 1 minute. You can do it, second minute. I put coconut oil on and I'm sliding on this mat. More seconds. Frank was telling me how much you love this, so did Fern. Maybe do it with your kids. Involve some family members. 10 more seconds, we can do it. Five more seconds. Oh, knees down, extended child's pose, arms in front of you or relax behind you. Let the shoulders dangle. Palms are turned up to give your wrists a break. And then coming back to tabletop, we're going to do a couple sun salutations and then come back to our heart openers. Tuck your toes. You're either going to hop to a forward fold or walk to a forward fold like you're climbing a mountain. Bend your knees, let your head go.